Today I thought I'd do a review on the first watch, or should I say the first automatic watch that I ever bought. It is a Marc and Sons Diver. I'm very close to the camera, I am aware, but I'm opening it for a reason. So there's the watch. And you're now going to sit with me and I will go through the process of winding it and setting it up. Now this watch is currently for sale for anyone who's interested. It is a 42, let me get into the specifics now. It's freshly polished, so that's always a plus. So the watch itself is 42 millimeters in diameter. I'd say the lug length is about 48 millimeters. It's a 22 millimeter bracelet that tapers down to 20. It is very well polished. So I did the polishing myself on a special polishing wheel, and the reason why it is so reflective now is because of the polishing apparatus that I used to get it to shine. So let's get into specifics. I got this watch because it really spoke to me as a very aesthetic diver. It really checked all the boxes for me back in the day when I was interested in starting the hobby. And let's go into it now. I've owned this watch for over a year, I'd say, and I have to admit that this thing is a flawless piece in every shape and form. It functions extremely well. I would say it beats its Seiko counterparts. As far as I know, it has a Miyota 9015 movement and is extremely well performing, robust. This thing is, I think the case height is about 15 millimeters. So similarly, very close to the Daytona in height. If I held the two together, oops, let me try and fit this into the camera. Yeah, they are about the same in height. 15 millimeters in height. Excuse the construction that you hear outside. It's something I can't stand, but I can't do anything about at the moment. So let's get into winding this thing and showing you all its little functions and features. So firstly, if we look at the dial before we go anywhere, it's a very simple, very clear and basic design. Of course, it follows the model that we all know and love, the Submariner. It is 300 meters water resistant. This has been tried and tested. It has an extremely nice domed sapphire crystal, rock solid, and it is, for its purpose, it is extremely good. And the company is out of Germany, which is also something that's quite nice. There's a nice ring to it. Bezel is 120 clicks. There's no play to it. It's very precise. There is a lot of polish on this watch still. The bezel, if you notice in some places there are some black marks on the bezel, and that's from the polish that I need to clean off. Very positive action. Very good. I'm surprised I haven't actually reviewed this watch before, but today is the day. So let's get into winding this thing. It's got a screw down crown. Very nice and effective. And it won't take many winds until it starts going. Here we're off. I didn't count that fully, but I feel like it was about between 15 and 20 winds. Okay, so let me just hack it here and put the hands at, I don't know, 10 o'clock. It's extremely legible. Something I didn't cover is that the loom itself. The loom is BGW9, and the whole bezel lights up as well as the dial. It's actually the strongest bezel that I have. I mean, strongest loom that I have. What's the date today? I think it's the 3rd. Nice. And you just screw it in. It's a real workhorse, this watch. I tell you, I've owned it for over a year and it is so robust for purpose. It really can take a beating and live to tell the tale. I'm going to get it on my wrist now. Let me just take off the lovely little Daytona. If you haven't yet, I'm going to be posting this review very soon, or maybe I have already. Have a look at it, because this watch is extremely good value for money, and it is another workhorse. So I don't know how clean the inside is. You notice the polish is still on the inside, so I do need to clean that off, but it is extremely good. It really clicks with a bit of assurance. And there we go, 42 millimeters. Now, I do know that this, I do realize that this is extremely highly polished at the moment, but that polish should fade over time. It's more like the sealant that's keeping it so well polished at the moment. But for a functioning diver, this thing, you can't really get much better. For the price, for its robustness, it is superb. Let's see, what can I cover? Talk about reliability. The movement is extremely reliable. It lasts for ages too. I don't know the I can't talk today. I don't know the specifics. I think it's a plus minus 40-hour power reserve, and I would say gaining and losing time. It may gain about 10 seconds a day. It all depends on how much you use the watch, and I think if you're doing something like swimming, which is something I did a lot in this watch back in the day, the last time you saw this watch was in a NATO video, so you might want to have a look at what the watch looks like on a NATO, because it is really special. So I used to swim with this practically every day, and I would find that, you know, if there's more erratic movement with your arm, the watch does wind a little bit faster, but it's good. As long as it's faster and not slower, you're in good shape. So that's pretty cool. But it is a really, really good watch, really good functional piece, and I'm very happy to have had this as my first watch altogether. I also didn't cover that the bezel itself is ceramic, so, you know, sapphire crystal ceramic bezel. It is homage to the Submariner. There's no denying it, but it's very, what I find interesting is that it's a 42 millimeter case. But because the lugs are so small and short, should I say, and that they taper inwards, the profile looks a lot smaller than you think. The Steinhardt, which I have next to me here, let me just get it out. The Steinhardt is much bigger in profile because the lugs are so flat. You notice how much more legible this watch is, though. If I had to put these two watches together, I would say that the Marc and Sons is a lot more resilient compared to the Steinhardt with regards to taking knocks and performing as a functional piece. I did use this watch a lot for the gym, and I used to wear this on a NATO all the time, and it really did withstand the test of time. So let me think, what else do I cover? The date change, I would say the date change is at midnight, like on the dot, which is really good. And the lume, I really wish I had a torch to illuminate this for you, but you can look on their website, marcandsons.com. You'll see how effective the lume is. This was a micro brand, but it is slowly but surely really taking the market, and I can tell you it's because of the exceptional quality. When I remember receiving this watch, I think I ordered it and received it within a week from Germany. I'm based in the UK. And the quality control, the build quality is superb. If we look at the case back, for example, it is extremely well made. All the little flutes on the case back, the way the bracelet fits, very, very good. The even the links themselves, they are push pins, but it complements the size of the watch. You know, it's an oversized diver for a reason, and it's really good for purpose. I can't for the life of me remember what else to cover with this watch. I can tell you the movement's very accurate, the bezel is flawless, sapphire crystal takes a serious hit, the ceramic bezel is just as good. Something that I should cover is how to line up the bezel to the sapphire, to the line there. Because the dome crystal does distort your view sometimes, it's helpful to look down on the watch as you're lowering it, so you can get that marker right up to the triangle. Yeah, let me think, what else can I cover? If you're on the fence about buying this watch, don't delay, because it is extremely good value for money and extremely effective for its purpose. But that's about it. That's everything I wanted to cover. As I did say in the beginning, the watch is for sale at the moment, and if you're interested in the link, I can share it below in the description, or just request it in the comments section and I'll be sure to get back to you and send you the link. But it's an extremely good watch, and I think it comes with a warranty. I can't remember the length. I'm very useless at this, aren't I? But extremely good. That's what I can say. Flawless, strong, sturdy, robust. If you want a functioning diver that can outperform most other watches, and this can be taken into the depths of hell and it'll probably still survive and come out unscathed, I can't recommend this enough. I think the serial number for this watch is MSD 044. I don't think they make them anymore. They make a 045 as far as I know. But this is, I would say, this is their prototype. And ever since I bought this prototype, the company has just been getting bigger and bigger. And I feel like it's because of the points I've covered. The quality, the value for money, and the reliability of this piece is second to none. So thank you for watching this small clip on the Marc and Sons Diver. I hope I've been able to sway your opinions. Again, if you want to see this watch on a NATO, have a look at my NATO strap video where I explain the over-under method. And look forward to seeing you in my next videos. So thank you for watching and have a good week.